Stop having an upset stomach or gastrointestinal issues when you travel. Hi, my name is Monica. I am a travel coach helping you travel better. And after visiting 40 countries in the last 15 years, these are my tried and tested tips that always help me stay safe and healthy while I'm traveling. We've probably all been there when we've been on a lovely vacation and then all of a sudden our stomach is upset and we have to go to the bathroom. These are not fun scenarios, and sadly it can strike at any time, but there is a way to prevent this. And no, I'm not talking about loading up on Imodium and Pepto-Bismol. Okay, first step is to only consume ice that has a hole in it. If you go to a restaurant or a bar or a street vendor and they are using ice that has a hole in it, that means that they had to purchase that ice. And it is highly likely that the water used for that ice was filtered. That means that there's less likely of any contamination and your stomach isn't gonna get upset. Okay, next, and a lot of people are not gonna like what I have to say, but that is to eat primarily a plant-based diet when you travel. At the beginning of my travels, I was eating meat. However, after a few years and a few sicknesses later, I started to recognize a pattern. I can remember specifically walking out of my hotel in Bangkok, Thailand, and going to our very favorite pad thai vendor. Well, in the morning, she would have this huge mound of chicken all diced up, ready to go to feed the people who would order from her. Well, in the morning, all of that chicken was fresh, but at the end of the day, we would come back to see that that huge mound of chicken was all the way down at the bottom, meaning that that chicken had been sitting out for 8, 10, 15 hours. It had been sitting out all day. And the red flags were going off in my head. Sorry to say it, but oftentimes we get sick from meat that we're consuming. That meat is prepared differently, and it has different standards in different countries that are different probably from where you live. So my best tip is to avoid eating meat entirely and stick to a plant-based diet. Okay, lastly is to avoid brushing your teeth with the tap water. Oftentimes when I go to a country, I'll just bring a bottled water in with me while I brush my teeth for at least the first few days until my tolerance is built up. That way I know when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm using filtered water and my stomach never gets upset. Okay, as a bonus tip, it is always a good idea to pack a little first aid kit for whatever travels you're going on. Things like Imodium and Pepto-Bismol, any sort of painkillers, those sort of topical, polysporin, anything like that. That's always good to have with you when you're traveling and to carry, in your purse or in your pocket, in your backpack, so that you have some of those sort of quick fixes to get you through those scenarios, because they often strike when we least expect it, and it can really ruin your travels. If you want more tips and advice like the ones I shared today to help you stay safe and healthy while you travel, join me in my exclusive travel community. I'll have the link in my bio. I hope to see you inside, and happy travels.